Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. Well, actually it's another nice day today. We're only supposed to have 13 degrees, but it's always a lot warmer when the sun is shining in my back garden because of it being all enclosed in with a high fence all the way around. Then I've got trees all the way around the bottom as well, and it's always a lot warmer in my garden than what the temperature says. So I've been working in my garden. I didn't even need my cardigan on, even though it was supposed to be 13 degrees, but I think it was more than that in my garden. And I was digging over I have 4 squares on my patio that I put flowers in when I finished digging them over. I dug them over last year at the end of the summer, but you know, there was still a load of weeds in them, and I never got round to sorting them out until this morning. I thought, well, I want to get some flowers to put in them because I didn't bother at all with them last year. And they're quite easy to dig over because it's good soil in there. And I'll put some of the compost out of my compost bins. I'll put a little bit of that in tomorrow. But I went out about 11 o'clock this morning, and it took me till not quite 12 for to dig the first 2 over. And I want one ready because I have an azalea plant. It's on my windowsill in this room. I don't think it's doing too well actually, and I think it'll be better outside in the garden. So that's what I wanted them to go over for. I'm going to put that in one of the squares. And so it didn't take me that long to do the first 2. But when I come to do the other two are the 2 that's nearest the hedge, and they seem to have a lot more weeds in than what the other side did. I don't know why. But I thought instead of digging, you know, putting the spade in and turning it over and then trying to hunt out and find those weeds, I used a little fork and I got all the little weeds out first. So all I had to do was dig it over, and it was a lot easier actually, you know, a lot quicker actually. So that's what I did with the other 2. So I managed to get the 4 little squares. And then I'm looking at my patio. My patio was laid a lot of years ago. My husband was still alive. We started it together. They're only like 15-inch little paving slabs, but they were originally pink, yellow and grey. I had them set out the pattern on all around and you cannot see them for the dirt on them there. And that sort of marks that don't come off in the rain and that. Now I'm looking online to see what ways you can clean your patio, and one way said I think you use 1 part bleach to 4, I think it said 4 parts water, and I used warm water, and I just filled a couple of jugs and just putting over 1 or 2 of them to see, and they have come a lot cleaner. Not as nice as I would like them as what they were originally, but I'm going to do that you know, every so often, to do a few, maybe it's about half a dozen little slabs at a time, because that's all the thing covered, and they come out. You can see a big difference between them ones and the ones that haven't been touched, to make my patio look a little bit more presentable. But the only trouble was when I put the water on, my garden slopes down slightly, and the patio slopes down a little bit, just slightly as well. So the water was running down, and I was keep trying to brush it up to keep it on the ones that I was working on. But anyway, that's something again for another day. But I came in for my lunch when I dug over the first ones. Thought I'll have my lunch and I'll sit down for an hour and do a little bit knitting, which I'm busy on the armholes. This is the second sleeve, so I thought I'm going to carry on with this and get it finished so I can finish the tutorial off, because it'll only be the neck and the bands and the sewing up after I've done this. So that's what I was coming in, doing a little bit of knitting, and I was also putting I watch it's an internet streaming site called Pluto, which a lot of you may know about. And there's lots of old TV series. I like the old TV series better than the new ones, and loads of films and that. And I'll put an episode of something on there. You can stream things on it. Like I was watching Mission Impossible on it, but before. But they were streaming continuously. You couldn't pick an episode that you wanted to watch because they were just going on one after the other all day and all night, 24 hours. But they have it on demand where they have TV series and you can pick what episodes, how many episodes you want to watch. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look there. And I found this one called, I think it was made probably around about 2000, The Collector. And I was quite enjoying it. I think it's a Canadian-made show, going by the way the writing. I've seen other Canadian shows with the same sort of writing on when they put the actors' names and all that up in that. And it's about this young man. He was a priest originally in the 1300s, I think it was, and he made a deal with the devil for to save the life of his wife. It was at the time, which meant after 10 years, his soul, the devil would collect his soul. But he made another deal with the devil when the devil came to collect his soul, and the devil made him a collector of souls. And it's all about all these people who've made deals with the devil and they have 10 years to get wherever they want out of it, and then after the 10 years they go to hell. Their soul goes to hell, and they die. The devil's got their soul, and that's what he was there to collect, this young man. But anyway, he didn't want to be just collecting the souls and sending them back to hell where they were going. He wanted they had 48 hours to redeem themselves and save themselves from dying and going to hell, the soul going to hell and all that. And it's quite a good series. I'm quite enjoying watching it. For, he does save some people and some you can't save, they're not worth saving. And so I put an episode of that on while I'm sitting knitting for an hour. So if anybody's got Pluto on that, have a look at the TV, shows. Especially, they haven't got many on demand, but this is one of them where I've been watching. And I was at bingo last night, and I didn't win a bingo thing, but I won. We have a key draw where you buy tickets. It costs £1, and you buy tickets of a number on, and they put the number through the machine thing of a night time, and all the money for those tickets, half of it goes in for to have a box where you pick a number. If you get the number on that ticket, you can pick a number, usually between 1 and 30, and it's reduced every week if it's not 1. So it might be like 13, then 29, 28. I think there was 17 numbers last night. And I got the winning ticket. And I picked number 10, I think it was, but number 16 won. So I still got £162. So me and my friend had £81 each to come home with last night. So that was a good night at the bingo. And I checked my premium bonds this morning. I never won anything. I was so annoyed. I win quite regular, and it's sort of shock when I don't win. But anyway, I'm going to get this cardigan finished. Probably get the sleeve finished tonight, and probably maybe start on the tutorial again tomorrow with the because it's not going to be as warm tomorrow. The temperature's coming down each day for the next few days. So it all depends on how warm it is in my garden, whether I'll be out in the garden doing things or sitting here knitting. But I haven't done much more of anything else. Still all I had done of that second sleeve. I think I'd done about half a dozen rows. I think that was all before I went out last night to the bingo. But I should have took that with me, because my friend, she likes to play a game on my phone, or she used to like playing a game on my phone. It's a word game. You have a circle and you make whatever words out. It's like a type of crossword thing, Wordscape they call it. And you know, she couldn't be bothered with it last night, and I says, you know, if I'd known you weren't going to be bothered, because I'm not really bothered with it, but I only play it with her because she always wants to play it. I could have brought my knitting with me. I could have got some knitting done. That's what I'm going to do next week. I'm not going to bother about that game. She can get lost, play it on her own phone. She has it on her own phone if she wants to play it. So that's my little bit for tea. It is now. I cannot see the light shining on my clock. That's why I look over there, because I've got a little clock on the windowsill, but the light shining, I can't see it. It's 3:10. So I'm going to do this, but I will have to get up probably after I've sat down for about an hour and get up and do a little bit ironing, because I've got a load of things that's been washed lately that want ironing now. Well, that's another thing that, you know, I can only stand for so long ironing. It makes my back ache. But anyway, a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.